I don't usually get messages like this, but I was picking up some significant exposure in regards to, like, not just an injustice, like, it's giving, like, somebody built their whole life or made a bunch of major decisions in their life due to, like, significant lies, to the point where, like, they almost, not almost, but it's giving that somebody has, like, an actual, like, civil case, like they have a legal case, because something was definitely illegal, even if, like, I don't know, it's giving, like, extortion energy. It's just like somebody wanted something so bad, someone, like, justified the means to an end or whatever, in order to gain access to somebody's resources, okay? But it's like the sort of thing of, like, I don't know, say somebody has been, like, paying child support for the past, like, 10 years or whatever, and then they find out that from the very beginning the person knew that that was not their child, you know what I mean? But so, like, that's just an example, but it's giving that, like, whatever this injustice was so destabilizing to this person to where, like, you know, like, someone getting coerced into marrying somebody because they were, like, pregnant or whatever, and then but there was, like, no love in the relationship, but they were just there because, like, you know what I mean? They thought that was the right thing to do, and, like, this person was, like, a good person or whatever, and, like, so that's kind of for the masculine energies, and it doesn't have to be that, like, it could be anything, but I was getting specifically, like, a civil case. I don't know why I keep hearing that, and I'm not, I'm not, like, I don't necessarily, like, know what all that would encompass. So, right, like, that could be anything. And again, that, like, the first part of the message, obviously, that, like, mainly would apply to masculine energies and stuff like that. But I just, like, can't think of any other examples. But it's giving stuff that, like, obviously plenty of feminines this could also apply to you guys, okay? But it is giving that something to do with, like, children. So maybe somebody could have, like, wrongfully gotten your kids taken away from you, all right? And it's basically, like, it's sort of the sense of a reversal of a prior charge too. But again, it's something that's done by the book, like a judge themselves is, like, making a decision, because it's giving, like, high authority energy is sort of figuring out the truth or dispensing the truth in regards to this matter. And then, like, whatever that judgment is from that high authority, it's something about, like, a significant, like, multi-layered exposure of some, like, secrets. I don't know why I'm hearing, like, Ponzi scheme. It could have to do with, like, it could be a big deal to where maybe there's, like, one primary person who committed this, like, illegal long-term act, because it is giving that this isn't just like this is like a continued sustained thing, all right? This could also resonate if someone's been, like, wrongfully accused of something to the point where you literally were, like, locked up for something, and I'm getting, like, the truth is coming out somehow, it just is, okay? So this could this could be a confirmation if you keep seeing messages about, like, your name being cleared in some regard, okay? And again, it is giving something legal, but I was going to say that, especially if someone, it could be like like you have an actual defamation of character case on your hands, you know what I mean? And, like, through, like, enough evidence, and I'm getting that you may not even be, like, it could just be, like, due to some sort of procedure or due process that was going on, like, the truth was revealed, and not even that you kind of had to, like, initiate that process yourself, if that makes sense. So, like, if something has been, like, taken from you, including, your reputation in some way wrongfully, it's just giving that, like, I don't know, it's like coming through as something significant enough to where it could have affected, like, your finances, your, like, mental health severely, your opportunities. You could also get evidence of, like, say that, you know, you left a job, okay, and you thought everything was like fine, and like they made it seem like you could trust them as references, okay, and then you were wondering why you weren't able to land another like job when you were applying and putting them down as references. And it's because when they called that your old job, they would like lie about your performance. Like you were probably a great, you're probably like the best, most capable person, well-rounded, like in the office or whatever, and like, for some reason, and it is giving kind of like a sus reason or whatever of like why, that office or like that old job or like your old boss had like a chip on their shoulder about you. I'm almost hearing that they could feel rejected by you or something, but it's like if it's something was illegal, like something that somebody did towards you or against you was illegal. And I don't know, it is giving like civil case. I keep getting that, and I don't necessarily know what that means, like based on like context clues or whatever. I just like assume that it's something, I don't know, like has to do with like interpersonal dynamics or like with somebody that you have some form of like it was like whatever they did towards you, it was personal, right? It's not just like a stranger robbed you, okay, or you know what I mean. It's nothing like that. It's giving like your family screwed you over, or your ex-wife or your ex-husband, or even I don't know, your cousins, like somebody that like your ex-best friend. I was also seeing something about like cold cases that had been sort of pushed aside or whatever, just somehow ending up on the right desk and like the pieces coming together in order for it to be solved, okay? So like if you lost, like if you have people in your life who passed away and the circumstances were really like suspicious, or there was like a lot of unanswered questions in regards to that, it's giving that like it's going to be solved, okay? And I don't know, for some of you, it's like if you had an idea of who did it and no one believed you or you couldn't tell anybody, it's gonna come out that you were right about it, okay? Take that as it resonates, okay? But again, I usually, my messages aren't usually about this type of stuff, so it seems sort of like relevant and timely. Like, I don't really believe in saying like, oh, it's gonna happen before the end of the month, or this is gonna happen in like the next few days, right? Because I think those messages are kind of toxic, because then if it doesn't happen in that time, or you like attach yourself too heavily to the outcome, and then it kind of like fudges the energy up or whatever. But I guess it's like, I don't know, like to sum this up or whatever, it just is giving that there is the imminent exposure of something that was like done illegally against you, to where you like actually have a case. And I'm getting that like you yourself did not initiate the unfolding of this justice being brought to light or whatever. It's like something that a higher authority just kind of like, the divine can work through, like it can whisper in anyone's ear, you know what I mean? So it's like it's that sort of thing of where it was just time for the truth to come out in this thing, because it was interfering with your forward progression. And I'm getting that like you've been doing the work, you know what I mean? You have detached fully from any and all outcome. Maybe you've even accepted that you would never get like justice for certain things. And I'm getting that like, especially if you're someone that you did have your kids taken away from you wrongfully or whatever, and like if you had like a bunch of people who were against you, like all, like it's weird, like why do people even do that? But that's what I'm getting, is it's like there was like a community of people who came together, and like maybe they all had like like high like respectable jobs and stuff like that, and so they were trusted as like, they were like trusted witnesses. It could be your own like parents and siblings or whatever, all came together to be like, yeah, they're an unfit parent, but like they did it for some sketchy reason, okay? Maybe because you threatened to like expose the truth about them, or like an unethical behavior or something, like you know what I mean? It's something weird like that, to where like people came together to lie against you, to the point where it did something that it was like illegal, and it destabilized your life in some way. But again, it is giving like imminent energy of like the full and complete exposure of those truths. And I'm getting that it's very like deep. It goes deeper than you think that it is. And it may be painful, especially if you are finding out that like a child you were raising is not yours. But don't crash out. Like, don't, you know what I mean? Try to be as calm as you can.